And we are back playing the Scourge of the meta. We are playing some MirageGao. This looks like a low-key bad hand, so I'm going to mulligan it out and hope that I don't get punished, as we don't. So that feels good. Don't have the Tamer to play off the Gaomon. But let's see what we get off the rip. We get the Wanya. So we might as well put the Betamon underneath. So that way we give ourselves the jamming. And we see the Thomas for next turn, so that feels great. So we'll just Gaomon. Everyone draws one. And yeah, see what our opponent can do with that. As we are very close to everything we need. Yeah, MirageGaogamon, not much to say about it. Very good. It will always be good. Really feel this card should have been your turn. Your turn, this card is still good. Mirage is still amazing. But the abilities make it all turns. So it's just, oh, you want to do something on your turn? Nope, you can't do that. Like play trainings, all that sort of thing. It just shuts them down. Feels really bad. Lovely, so they put us to 3, so that feels great. Oof, okay, we see this in the back. We might as well raise it out. Because we might as well just use the good stack for miraging. Great, and we'll play out Thomas. Like so. So, easy. Lovely with a Vikemon, so that feels really good for if we need it. Yep, Digivolve here. Use our resources as best we can. The opponent's on 3, they have a training. We have a Vikemon, which I'm not afraid to use if I have to. And we'll see what the opponent can do, really. Sakuya can pop off. Do a lot of DP minus shenanigans. But the thing is, the deck is built on aggression. Oh, so they're going to Geo Grey to try and find another Tamer. I like that. There's been a lot of talk recently about stuff that's on the ban list that we can take off. No one's ever talked about this GeoGreymon. I think they understand how broken it is. Lovely. Is that cost them 1 as well after the training, so they can't really get into a 5 here. Well, they can get into a 5, but they're going to get into a 5 and pass. Unless they go into a 5 that lets them play a option and they can gain a memory back. No, that's a draw. That's a minus 2k. So, yeah, we are staring down the barrel of the ability to bounce whatever level 5 they go into. Ooh, as they can option. Okay, good. Lovely. I love all of these random decks like Sakuya and things like that, where you just have so many different options of things you can do. I think that's some Play Arena, right? Or as we just gain a plus 1000 DP there. Because our opponent has 8 cards in hand that we're about to lose as they play Arena. And then they can minus 2 off our Gaomon if they want to. Which we don't really mind. Or are they going to minus 2 off of our level 5 and hope they can kill it? Minus 2 and they just 7 cost Heaven's Judgment and pop, pop, pop. Send everything back where it came from. Okay, no, they get rid of the level 3. It's smart. Then go into level 6 here. just like so. I think you can minus 7k off with this Sakuya, correct? Oh, minus 3k. But you can... Okay, lovely, we're on 3. So we see... What are you trying to say? Oh, okay, it's the unsuspend. Okay, great. So yeah, we'll Digivolve in the back here. Great. Then we'll do our usual shenanigans. Digivolve into Mirage. Feels good. Bounce the top card of security to hand. Gain memory back. I guess swing. We have jamming, so we're pretty good. We get to unsuspend. And then we're gonna swing again. Like so. Oof. Drawing 1, never good. Okay, so we want to activate this one. Suspend. Then we'll do broken things. Burst Digivolution. Reason why this deck is just so ridiculously stupid. And the opponent's going to surrender because they know even if I can't kill them this turn, I can still cause them to lose the turn after because there's very little that they can do. Yeah, Mirage, doing Mirage things. Just, it doesn't need to be all turn. I mean, even then you saw it with the fact that it was, like, even on my turn, doing all of its things, it still has the ability to not OTK, but get pretty close. Depending on what I hit in security, if I hit another option in security there to draw, then we could have OTK'd them. Yeah, it feels very stupid. And just the ability to do your turns just shuts down the opponent. I guess we just... I'm trying to figure out which Gaomon to play. Do we play the Searcher? Or do we just play the Draw one? But we also kind of low-key want to make our opponent have more cards in their hand. So I don't know. Maybe we use the Searcher. I guess it's the same amount, but puts less cards in their hand. And if they're playing Pyodra and all that shenanigans, then we don't really need them to have more cards in their hands. They're going to have loads anyway. Okay, we see the 4 cost. Great. So we'll just play this one down. Hopefully we can see a Galga, which we do. And then because our opponent is putting us to... It's going to go to 3 anyway, we might as well just play our memory cell. Use our memory efficiently. And not get punished too badly. Yeah, if they raise their VMon, we get to bounce it, so there's no point in them doing that. They're going to sting one in the back. And a V1 out. I kind of see no problem in bouncing this VMon back, because we want to make it so our opponent... yeah, I think... Because I'm not going to be able to gain the memory off this one, so I think it's okay. So I think what we do is we Digivolve here. And we bounce this one back to hand. And then, do we want to swing is my question. Yeah, I feel like we just... Yeah, I feel like we're going to lose this anyway, so we might as well get a free check off and hope that we don't hit a tamer. Draw. Lovely. And then I guess we just play out another Thomas. So let us do some shenanigans. Yeah, and just see more pieces. That feels good. Depending what our opponent does, we can kind of answer back with Vikemon and... Or we can just full moon meteor impact as well. Kind of very little bad value. Okay. As they're kind of giving us stuff for free. Yeah, it's one of those things where if you don't want the cards, then I'll happily get rid of them for you. Okay, so we just Digivolve here. 2. Lovely. We don't currently have a good level 5. Do I have the ability to get rid of a level 3 is my question. No. That was the other one. You could just do both, I suppose. So yeah, so we'll just trash both of these. And then I guess we just bounce this to hand. Because I have jamming, so I can just swing here pretty freely. Draw 1, we see a Betamon for some jamming. They get another Davis. Adds even more cards to their hand. Yeah, I think we just zero ace. And yeah, they're going to be able to, like... But right now, they're currently staring at the idea that they can definitely DNA next turn. Whereas at least if I do it this way, I make it so that you can't. And now I have 2 level 5s on the board, so I can Vike 1 ace. So yes, they can play out that Vmon and get their search off. They can see the power drop, but now they're at 15 cards in their hand, which is kind of low-key ridiculous. And if we even remotely see any form of MirageGao, we are going to cause some serious damage. Yeah. So then you're going to just play your Stingmon. Oh no, you're going to do the option card, okay. You have to gain the memory back. But here comes Pyodra. But they're on 0, so they can do some real substantive damage. And they're going to gain a memory as well. My question is, how do you think we stay ahead of this one? Yeah, there we go. Let him swing. And then we'll Vikemon Ace on this one. Sure, we'll just do 2. And this Vmon could swing and die. Have we bugged the game? Has Vikemon just crashed the game? Because that Vmon should be dead. That Vmon should be dead. Or, because there's no interruptive... Maybe I'm just playing it wrong this entire time. Because we have 2 level 5s right now, so we can just return that to hand. And do this for the recursion, I suppose. So yeah, return that to hand. They go to 3. Maybe it was just better to do this in the back. But I also feel I'm just going to full moon meteor impact whatever they bring out. But yeah, now they can double play Vmon, like, they'll be able to do some real shenanigans. So maybe that wasn't the best play. But I also didn't want them to have another Vmon on board, because then they would have had 4. I just don't understand why that Vmon didn't die. Because it should have been able to swing in and it should have died, because there's no cancel mid attack. But maybe it's the Vikemon for some reason. Because, yeah, it can't suspend, but they swung into this, so it had already begun its attack. So maybe I'm wrong, but... yeah, I didn't think there was any form of cancelling mid-attack. But yeah, maybe we should have just Digivolved in the back. And let them keep 4 on board. But I mean, they're slowly running out of resources. Because we've seen a lot of Stingmons already. We're going to lose 3 when this... when this Pseudomon gets stripped as well. Because also Imperial is just so incredibly memory efficient. So yeah, maybe maybe I should have just built in the back and been ready for the next one. Yeah, maybe there was no need for that. But yeah, we can just full moon meteor the Imperial back to hand after the fact. And this is my thing, if they have another ability, if I had left 4 on board, It would have been a bit too much, I think. It's got jamming, so it's all good. Seal Thomas. Ooh, a HPD. Nice. Yeah, this was. I mean, it would have put them on 4. Like they would have had too many, but not being able to Digivolve in the back because we need to be able to see the Mirage next turn. Really, in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, they can just overextend now. There's kind of nothing we can do about it. Paildramon just too strong. It feels the same as Blue Flare when it first came out, where it's just, you know, just punishing you for playing the game. But so memory efficient. Look at it, they're at 6. Oof. But yeah, if we had just done the Digivolve in the back, we could have prayed to hit a Mirage off the top and then hope that we were able to get through the game that way. I don't think there's any reason to raise this Gaomon. Oof, as they properly set themselves up. I guess we just full Meteor Impact this one. Yeah, we'll leave you there for now. Digivolve here for 2. Yeah, there's Mirage. I suppose, do we want a Mirage here and just punish them for doing anything? That feels good. Because it's a free Digivolution into this Mirage. You know, free Digivolution is free Digivolution. Do this for 1. And then just set this one up for the future. Bounce this one back to hand. Like so. Gain 4 back. Lots of resource in your hand. The ability to play everything because you got 4 of the Tamers out. The ability to trash a Zudamon Ace underneath. Gain 3 memory when you want it. So yes, they can trash gain 3. Like they're gonna lose one for every swing, so maybe hopefully we don't completely lose. Oh, and we get to gain memory off the Mirage. Yes. So that may have slowed them down somewhat. We may have got really lucky the fact that Mirage is the all turns. But really what they should do is swing with the... Oh, you get to gain memory. Okay. Let's play another one. Play all the red blue Vmons. Oh no, but they get to gain another memory, I suppose, off that one. Yeah, so memory efficient. Oh, they get to gain memory off the Tamers when they DNA as well, so... The Mirage did its bit. Really slowed them down from getting so far, but they're going to be able to Digivolve. Still keep turn. Trash, gain another 3. Just stay so far ahead. Oh, they get to gain 4 by returning the right one back to hand. Oh, and they get to gain another 3 from the Zudamon. So yeah, they go to 6. Oof, so memory efficient. But there was really very little I could do about that in the grand scheme of things. You know, I had to play those at the time. But yeah, I suppose if we had been able to have... If we had just not bothered to get rid of that Vmon, if we had just done the 3, been ready on the 5, made our way up to the 6, we could have done some shenanigans and dealt with the board state. Yeah, they go to 10. They can swing, they lose 2. They could swing, they lose 2. But yeah, there you go. This game is over. So let us cancel it out and let's go for another one, because I don't want to wait another 20 minutes for them to finish their turn. And let's go into another one to let Mirage get a third game in. It's only 28 minutes in, because that first game went super fast. Yeah, so the mistake there was trying to get rid of the Vmon. But also that Vmon should have died. So I was dealing with something that shouldn't have been there. We don't get to play a Thomas off this one. We're not going first though, so we can kind of respond to whatever our opponent does. It seems like a pretty good hand. We have the ability to respond to a Mem Setter if it gets played. We can choke to 1, depending on what the opponent does. As we are playing most likely a Numamon. Which, as long as they don't get there before us, we're kind of okay. We can punish Numamon pretty well. Yeah, it's going to play for 3. So we'll just play our Mem Setter, choke. They're going to be able to gain 2 memory and draw, but for the ability to be able to just slow down their extension. And then next turn we can bounce. This is also the jamming stat with the Bukamon, so that feels good. But yeah, we'll just play the 4 cost. Choke them to 1, they go to 3, but next turn we can Digivolve into the Galga and bounce some level 3 back to hand. And then probably Zudo Ace and bounce something back to hand. Yeah. Kind of see what we're able to do. And as they're going to be able to set themselves up. That's kind of okay with us. Oh, so they don't have a Platinum Numi and Trash yet, so that feels great. The Tumon is a rat bag against us. But I guess we might as well just bounce the Tumon back to hand. Because this one gains memory, right? Yeah. So we'll return you back to hand. And then I guess we just digital. Oh, yeah. And we digital for 4 here. And then we'll trash this source. And then we'll bounce an Uko back to hand. Like so. Choke them to 1. They get to gain 1 back when they bring the Uko out, and they get another hatch. But again, we're just slowing down their ability to play, which is the most important thing. And yeah, just setting them into 1 just feels really good. Stops to be able to set up. We have jamming in this stack if we want it, which we could have swung last turn, I suppose. We would have had jamming. But I suppose that if we had hit a Louis, if they're playing a Louis package, that would have felt pretty bad. Or if we hit a Sasuke, would have been able to gain them another memory, so that would have felt pretty bad. But, you know, choking them to 1, having a mem setter feels really, really good. Next stack can have jamming with the Betamon. We can set up the 4 in the back as well. We can choke to 1 if we want to with the mental training. We have jamming on the Zudo Ace, so we might as well just swing with it. If they Numi X shenanigans Monzemon, we can Zudo Ace and get rid of that Numi X. So overall, we're doing pretty good for ourselves. I think we're waiting for our opponent to do something. So we may have to leave this one soon if they don't move. Just because I don't think any of you want to watch nothing happen. But also as well, who's watching, really, in the grand scheme of things? Give me a shout out if you're watching 33 minutes into a Mirage video. There is literally nothing special at all about this deck. There is no hard techs. The only thing is people are playing in EX6 are playing the Beamon instead of the Betamon. I'm still not on the EX6 update yet for DCGO because it's kind of low-key bugged still. I don't know how much longer we have to wait here for the NPC to move. But we'll give them another 30 seconds. And if they don't do anything, then we will surrender and go try and find another one, just so we can make sure we're having some high quality MirageGao content for everybody here to watch. Yeah. Oh, and they moved out. Okay, good. Exciting. And they can Uko in the back. So again, they're still setting themselves up for future turns. And still drawing, still seeing their pieces. It's just whether we decide to bounce that Tumon or not, or bounce that Ukomon. Because they'll be on their last egg after this. And then a lot of their resource game has been kind of squandered, really, in the grand scheme of things. Because they'll raise out the Uko, they'll hatch, they'll digivolve into something else, and that's it, they're done. They have nothing else after that. Or maybe 2 more. Yeah, 2 more. But again, it's just, as soon as they're out of eggs, then they have to start hard playing on the board. And hopefully they'll be at a board state where they can Monze and Monze X and Nume X and things like that. But I want them to hard play. I want them to use their memory up. I want them to everything to cost more. Just get over to my turn, and then if I have a Mirage, we are zooming ahead of them, really, in the grand scheme of things. I think next time we're looking at Swing with the Zudo, Beta, Mental Training, this Galga, and hopefully we see either another level 5 to go on top of this Galga, or we see the Mirage to go on top of the Zudo. Again, that just chokes the opponent to 1. They're going to go to 3 from double Uko, but at the same time I don't care. There is very little I can do about that, and I don't want to just drop another Zudo for 4, because I want to keep this Zudo for when they Numi X. As the opponent has moved and then stalled again. So, it's taken him a minute and a half to raise a Tumon. I mean, longer than that as well. It's kind of just a minute and a half since I said I was going to drop out. Surrender. Yeah, we'll give them another 50 seconds for them to do anything. But yeah, if this was in a real tournament, I'd be calling the judge right now and be like, hi, my opponent is slow playing. It took him 2 minutes to raise a Tumon. But they raised a Tumon and then Digivolved straight into a Nukamon, so they knew what they were doing in regards to that. But yeah, I have no idea what's taken them so long here to decide what they want to do. Maybe Nukamon has a new strategy that I'm not aware of that actually takes thinking power. But most of the time it's just Numi X, Monzemon, Monze X, but you won't be able to because you've only got 2 memory. Yeah, I'll just keep waiting. Yeah, looks like I might just have to call it here. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you saw kind of the power of Mirage against Numemon. The opponent is going to really struggle from here on forward. But I'll keep it going for another 3 minutes because we might as well. We got time. As the NPC is stuttering. Need to improve the frame rate for the NPCs. For them to make choices. Kind of stuck, on that character loading screen, and the character's just like moving back and forth. It kind of feels like that right now. I'm waiting for the NPC to remotely do anything. But yeah, this could be the end of the video. But thank you very much for watching. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you next time, folks.